Developments now with where our senior reporter DasenThathiah is in KZN. Of course, we know that in that particular area there has been protests. He showed us a few of the people who were gathered there complaining that the president was in the province yesterday but didn't take the time to go out to that particular community. Let's try and go to Desen now. Desen, just a quick update from you. I'm hearing news of police actually arriving on the ground now.
Yeah, that's right. I just want our camera in the direction of where all of this is happening. So we were up at the top of the road. Remember, I showed that to you earlier where the crowd had gathered. They blocked the road off, and now after a short while, police then moved in. At the top, they tried to clear the road, and within a few minutes, really, they then let off stun grenades to chase the crowd away. There's also tear gas in the air. As I'm talking to you now, our eyes are still burning. So the crowd has dispersed mostly, but they've taken refuge lower down, back in the area in which we were talking to you from earlier. So that's just past the informal settlement. I think you'll see a few of them still gathered on the road. The police had come here with the Nyala. They're now patrolling around this area below us just to try to secure it and obviously to reopen the road. So they've cleared the debris, but the community is still not happy. I can tell you they've just taken refuge further down the road, but that doesn't necessarily mean that this protest is over. We've engaged with a few of them, and they said that they want to get their message across. They want government to come here. They want to be able to express their concerns. There are more police vehicles arriving further down there as well. So it's still a very tense scene. Police for now seemingly having it under control, having secured the area, but traffic is still not flowing. There are still a few items on the road that are still blocking the way. You'll see down here on this off-ramp, there are a few logs that are there, some community members still gathered there. So we'll have to wait and see, Maseko, to see how this plays out and whether in fact police will be able to bring this under control, or if there's any representation from government officials and for them to get the responses that they've been asking for.
And of course, Desen, I think a lot of communities have been complaining that nobody has reached out to them. But of course, government has tried to reach out to some communities. Have we heard anything about the possibility of the Premier, who's continuing to assess the situation today? Is he likely to come to that particular area?
Well, we haven't received a confirmation on that, whether it's the Premier or anyone else that's in that delegation that's making its way through the province. And that's one of the complaints that they have here. It's like this community knows that there are all of these government officials, these senior government officials that are making their way through the province. But despite that, they're saying, why are they missing this area? The gentleman I spoke to earlier, Maseko, you'll recall, said to us that it's almost like, I think he used the word jumped. He says the president jumped over this area and continued elsewhere. So that's the challenge that is being faced now, that a lot of these other concerns around housing, we know that there's a housing backlog here. All of this is coming to the fore because there's this back and forth, government saying, why are you building here? Why are you building this close to the water? And then obviously you know it. I mean, no one chooses to live here. No one would choose to live under these types of conditions if they had anywhere else to go to. So it's not an easy situation. And even if they do get one of those government officials coming here, my question would then be, what is it that they would say to them to pacify them or to give them some kind of reassurance that they would be moved out of here before the next storm hits?
All right, senior reporter DasenThathiah in Reservoir Hills and Durban. Let's leave it there for now. Of course, you'll be speaking to our colleague Bradan Moyane a bit later on with an update on that.